Everybody, how's it going? Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whatever time zone you're watching this in. Hope this is finding you in a pleasant mood. I want to apologize off rip because in the previous Muscle Brothers episode that is about to be published with Yu Yu Hakusho, the gain levels were off again. I don't know why my OBS reset the levels, but I locked the levels this time and I tested it again already myself. So hopefully no more robot sounds. I'm really sorry about that. I know that's annoying, but I still think it was good content and I did watch the video, and I know sometimes it's annoying, but for the most part, it's a lot of fun, and that's what this channel is about. I hope you've been having fun. And today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. It is a look back, don't get me wrong, but it's a special kind of one because we're going to be looking back at the same game that the Muscle Brothers play all the time, but I'm going to be looking back at it by myself while they're both gone at this very pinch of time, and it's just me. And I also think it could be a good 2-for-1 special because I want to speak directly to my Kinnikuman community and my community in general, everybody. This is going to be a look back at Kinnikuman Muscle Grand Prix 2 tournament mode, right? Which is different from arcade mode. We're going to be playing on the hardest difficulty, and I'm going to try, well, not try, in order to win tournament mode, you literally have to not lose. So it's going to be a single clear run, but you get different rankings based off how well you do. So I'm going to try to get an S rank. I will admit this game on the hardest difficulty is hard to S rank, but it's not impossible. Well, that was probably a bad example. But yeah, see, I got like 1S. Yeah, 1S. It is hard to S rank in this game, but that's besides the point. The point being is that I really want to use this as an opportunity to not only highlight this mode really quick, but more importantly, talk directly to the audience. It's going to be more of a personal video, and you know, before we really get into the meat and potatoes, yeah, this is why I want to play this. We're just going to do some casual matches while I kind of talk about myself and the channel's direction and me trying to get some feedback from you guys. So this video personally, it's really important to me, guys. So I know that there is a central core audience that has been consistently tuning in, and I check, and we're small, but we're growing. And the reason I say core audience is because, yes, stuff like the shorts does get a lot of views and subscribers. But one thing I'm noticing, and it's just me learning the YouTube game, that's all, is that a lot of the subscribers, you know, they tune in to watch the long form content, like Kinnikuman or Kinnikuman reviews, and I appreciate it. I absolutely appreciate it. But it brings me to the next point, which I want to talk about. I want to maintain my promises on the channel in terms of the content that I want to deliver, meaning that I still want to do everything that I said. I want to do music videos, I want to do the figure reviews, I want to do the shorts, I want to do gameplay, I want to do all that. And then, again, if you guys want to see me do more, which the polls have said that you guys want me to do more discussion videos, and we've tried other bonus style content like the look backs, which we're doing right now. But the reason I'm mentioning all this is just because I felt like it's been about 2 weeks now, or a little under 2 weeks, and I kind of felt like there was a very specific pinch that there was a couple of days, I think I was like trying to get a Kinnikuman review up, and then the Tokoro review up, and then do the shorts for both, and it just felt like real burnout. And what I'm trying to say is, not that I don't want to do everything, but more so, I want feedback from the community on how you guys feel about the pace of the content. So what I mean by that is, there was a day I was really excited and I worked really hard on the Pentagon interview and 4D Killers, Pentagon Black Hole interview. I keep calling it interviews, reviews, sorry. And when I worked on the review, like, I was super proud of the quality of the content, but at the same time, I felt like I let my fans down because I said in my first post, or one of my first posts, I think it was the second post, I wanted to give you guys content that you can watch in a timely manner, not at 2 or 1 in the morning. Granted, I noticed there's still people who tune in the late night, and I appreciate you guys, which is why I do stuff like the look back, which to me, stuff like look back is late night content. It's more chill vibes, me looking at like some cool, weird game that you probably never heard of before, or maybe that you've never played and you have heard of. But regardless, you get the point that I'm trying to make, right? And the reason I say that is because I want to avoid burnout myself, and I still want to maintain quality uploads. So I was thinking, and this is the feedback part of the video. Well, first off, I feel like I'm already multiple minutes in yapping, when the most important part of the video, which I want to get to in a little bit because it's like a segue into the more personal part, is thank you. Thank you everybody who has been watching. Thank you everybody who's been tuning in. Thank you everybody who, you know, even if you're just a passerby, passing by, common rider who's passing by, passing through, and you just happen to watch a short, check a music video, or whatever the case may be. If it got you talking about this series that I'm playing right now, or if it got you talking about any of the other series that I love to highlight, then I'm happy. Like, seriously, I'm happy. And like, even little stuff like, obviously I'm the creator, I can see all the stats. When I see how many shares the Robin and Kinnikuman short got, or when I see how many likes the Toguro and Yusuke video got and stuff like that, it does warm my heart, because it makes me feel like the imagination and the passion that I have for these characters is connecting with other people, right? And that to me is the most important part of this channel, and to me that's the reason. See, I spanked those guys and somehow it gave me. That's the most important part of the channel, and for me as a creator, that's the kind of creators that I tune into. Or, I mean, recently, because I've been creating, I haven't had as much time to recently indulge, but that kind of is going to get into the point that I'm making right now, which is, like, I like to watch creators that when I watch their content, it makes me feel something. And I remember, you know, obviously the channel is older now, but if anybody's seen stuff like Super Best Friends Play, you know, I know now they have their own channels and stuff, but maybe I'll put it on screen. I actually got to meet Wooly and Matt once, many years ago at Comic-Con. But the point being is that I really, you know, when I was younger and I was going through harder times, it was that kind of content that really got me through some tough times in my life. You know what I mean? And obviously I don't know them personally, so who knows what was going on outside of their lives, and yet they were still giving us that kind of content. You know what I mean? And I just appreciated feeling like I was part of that crew of people playing games with them. And some games I definitely knew of, and some games I definitely didn't. And I thought that was just awesome how they would highlight stuff like that. That was a big inspiration for this channel. Obviously a bit different of a focus because I'm kind of focusing on shonen and fighting. We'll probably do other types of games too, like single player games and stuff. Oh. That was a very weird audio glitch. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. I'll try. If it does it again, I'll check my settings, guys. I'll edit it out, I'm sorry. Very unprofessional when I'm trying to do a thank you, and I'll edit that portion out. But as I was saying before we were interrupted by weird audio glitches, you know, that kind of attests to what I'm trying to say. I'm still a novice at all this stuff. I have the proper equipment. I just, in terms of getting everything right with settings and stuff, I'm still trying to work on that. And I just really appreciate, you guys can obviously tell all this stuff is unscripted and me speaking from the heart, but everyone wants the raw me and everyone wants the real content, because that's different from other creators, you know, like Genki Damatsuri for Dragon Ball just happened. I'm not saying I'm not going to do a video on it, but I could have easily had a video out last weekend, and like, I didn't, because I'm doing content that my heart connects to right now. I'm not saying I don't love Dragon Ball, but we'll get into that in that video. But I feel like there's a lot of other series that, especially the younger generation, I feel like they should maybe take some time out of their day to check out, right? And we're living in a time where like there's a bunch of people catching up with One Piece for the first time, even though One Piece has been out in the anime at least, since the 90s. You know what I mean? I mean the manga too, but you know what I'm trying to say. And my goal in this channel was to get more people speaking about these two guys on the screen. All of these guys, Kinnikuman, Terry Man, Robin Mask, all of my favorite characters, because, you know, and I guess I can get into this part now. I won't get too personal, but I lived a very hard life. I also, at a very young age, served in the service, and, you know, for a very long time, extremely long time, like most of my adult life, and, you know, being out of that space kind of forces you as a person to reconnect with things that you have passion for, and a fire in your heart, you know what I mean? And I know, because I read everybody's comments. We don't get a lot of comments on the channel, but the ones that we do get, I read them and I respond to them in a promptly manner. And the point that I'm making is that there's a lot of people that feel the same way when they see my content. They feel the strength and the happiness of these characters and these stories, even if they're a little silly like Subaru sometimes. And it means a lot to be able to share that. You know, it means a lot for that to connect with people. And I want to keep giving that to people. I just want to, I think it's not giving me an S because I'm not doing my best. I just want to be able to give that to you guys in a promptly manner, in a high quality manner, in a manner that doesn't burn me out. So this is kind of the feedback part. Now that you understand where I'm coming from and my reason for doing this is, what are you guys thinking? How are you feeling? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm asking for feedback a lot, and I'm not saying that people don't respond and people don't like it, people don't watch. No, and I'm going to get to that part. The community has been extremely receptive, actually. I'm just trying to say more so in the sense of, like, this video, especially of all videos, talk to me, guys. Let me know what is working for you, what's not working for you. Do you see that I'm just trying and that I'm a novice and I'm you know, trying to run off the passion that we've suddenly sparked together spontaneously, not to sound weird, but it's true. And I feel that way because I'm passionate about these characters and these stories, and clearly it's connecting with other people too. And I want to do more stuff. I mean, I know in terms of the reviews, not everybody wants to see a review of Baki and a review of Toguro. They'd rather just watch them scrap and short. And I know, because that's true. But other characters, people do want both. They want the reviews and the shorts. So moving forward, I think I'm obviously going to chill on acquiring figures because, and I kind of wanted to get into that. I don't want to use the word unintentionally because then it makes it sound like I don't know what I'm doing with my resources. But I had some resources saved, and originally I was just getting some of the Kinnikuman stuff for myself, and then that kind of spiraled into, you know, people really liking my opinions just because they were in depth, not because I glazed stuff. No, I'm definitely critical and honest, just because I had knowledge, and I had passion, and I had context, which is rare for a lot of this kind of content. A lot of times people are just making it for click. So leads me to saying is, at this point, obviously all these reviews are not up because I haven't recorded any of them and I have to do it. But I've acquired every Revoltech mini except one, which I'm waiting on the guy to hit me back. And then I've acquired like a lot of like the Sengoku Basara characters, all the Kinnikuman characters except Warsman, which I'm waiting on someone to hit me back for that. Point is, it's a lot of investment. You know, not saying that it was anything the audience asked me to do, and not saying that it was anything anybody told me or guided me or asked me to do, but more so just something that I felt like I kept having passionate moments and feeling passion. I'm like, I'm enjoying this, which kind of, you know, makes me reiterate the thank you again community aspect, because this community has been amazing. I mean, I know you guys don't always see it because, you know, you're the audience and you get one perspective of it. But as a guy who's, you know, promoting the channel, publishing the music videos, hitting up the Kinnikuman subreddit, hitting up the Yu Yu Hakusho subreddit, talking about figures, doing a lot of like internet mumbo jumbo work, for a lot of people, you would just get shunned away and put in a corner. But in the Kinnikuman community, obviously it's not everybody, and that's fine, but the amount that it has been overwhelming, both like emotionally, mentally, it's been crazy. I'm like, wow, like this is really, like this community is here, it exists. We want to play this game that I'm playing right now. We want to talk about Kinnikuman. We want to potentially even see a new Kinnikuman game one day. And we just have to, same way that there's people who talk about Dragon Ball Z literally every breathing moment, whether it's about the figure or Legends, and like that's the thing about series like that. Dragon Ball has so much content, you got different content creators for different types of things for the same series. And I'm kind of taking on a major approach in which I'm trying to do all of that for the one house for Kinnikuman. That way people just talk about Kinnikuman. And obviously it's not exclusively Kinnikuman because I've done a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho content, including the Muscle Brothers episode that should be going up before this. But you get the point that I'm making is like, I want more people to talk about these older titles. And it's funny, I've gotten a few comments where it made me laugh in a cute way, where someone was like, you know, I'm getting frustrated that everyone's just talking about the new stuff when I miss the old school animes. And I'm like, bro, you found the right spot. Like this is for you. This is for you. This is for y'all. This is for us to connect. This is for us to have fun. And this is what like these kinds of videos are for. Just me talking more directly to the audience. And again, if you're still here, I really appreciate that. You know, I checked the stats for the last Muscle Brothers. It's been a few days. And it's not like, you know, 40 million views or nothing. I don't really care, but it's definitely a significant number of people that are staying until the end to watch Kinnikuman. So the point that I'm making is now of all times, I need to hear your voice, guys. You know I have love for y'all. You hear me thanking you. You hear me connecting with the community. But I need now of all times to know, like, what is it that I could be doing better? What is it you want to see? The other day I put up a post saying I want to do J-Star's anime shorts, meaning I let viewers vote for the characters. I'll try to build a little cute storyline in the same way that I'm doing shorts, I'll do a short. Which leads me to my next point. With shorts, I have a lot of fun doing the shorts. It's not that I don't. I actually have a lot of fun doing them because I'm literally getting to play with the figures that I collect. My only caveat with the shorts is I already think the reviews aren't getting a lot of traction depending on the character. And I know I said that my goal as a reviewer was to do something different with the stop motion battles. But if you really think about it, I don't really think, I mean, this is why I say it gave me feedback. I don't really think people are staying until the end to watch the stop motion short in the review. I think they're just going to the short and watching the short. And another thing I wanted to say is that when you upload a video, aka like a YouTube video, sorry, I had it locked into that combo, aka a YouTube video, the problem that occurs is that there's copyright, right? Which some videos I've kept up even though they're copyrighted. Like the Kamen Rider video I kept up even though it's copyrighted. And people appreciated that even though it has like 15 views. And then I also, Yu Yu Hakusho, I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't processed fully yet. I'm recording this now, like live afterwards. But I have a strong feeling it's gonna get copyrighted as an intro. But I had to leave the intro in because of my favorite term for ball. You know what I mean? Like, because the intro is great, the song is iconic, and I feel like I would be doing everybody injustice and not properly representing the game at its most, I don't want to say most authentic state because the game is like up-resed to a crazy resolution and it looks beautiful. But you know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to disrespect the original creation by placing some other generic music over it. So That was a whole lot of yapping to say. Tell me how y'all feel about the channel. Give me feedback. I need to know. Let me know in the comments. You guys have been liking, the stuff, so I appreciate that. Again, that's kind of what I wanted to get into. The shorts have been blowing up. I appreciate that. But I feel like in order for me to maintain the channel, this is how we should do the channel. Let me know how y'all feel about this. This is why I'm making it a feedback. I was thinking we do different days of the week for different types of content. That was cool. Different days of the week for different types of content. Right? And like we do a day where I record a couple of reviews and then I post a review and then I post a short. And then I do a day just in terms of balancing content out. I feel like I can handle doing a music video one day. I didn't do one today just because, as you can see, I'm recording numerous gaming videos for a reason. But I could handle doing a music video a day easily and then doing a figure review easily. But I don't think I can handle doing a music video, a figure review, and then the anime short all in the same day and then have it all be in the same quality every day. Because as you can see with the last few days in terms of uploads, it led to a structure where it was just music video and then figures, which I'm trying to balance out the content. Like there's people who, I see the stats, there's people who also subscribe to watch the gameplay. The gameplay is awesome. Totally don't blame them for subscribing for that. I want them to subscribe for gameplay. But the point that I'm making is, imagine you're being the gaming guy, and then he's just looking at the rest of the house. He's like, man, their plates are so full. Like, what's going on with my plate? Man, I don't want people to feel that way. I don't want people to feel that way. So that's kind of my point. I want to balance out pacing content. That way everybody's happy. And then also, like, it can encourage people to tune into different types of content and also ensure that when the content is pushed out, that it is high quality. Because that's what I care about. I mean, that's obviously how you build a larger base, is by putting out good content. So I really do want to say just a thank you again to everybody so far who has shown me a crazy amount of support and love and liked and subscribed and commented. A lot of it, surprisingly, has been, unsurprisingly, has been the Kinnikuman community, but then also surprisingly has been the Yu Yu Hakusho community. And then even more surprisingly, I've sometimes had people subscribe who are people that I've like literally collected from. Like I've made deals with in order to acquire a figure. And it's really crazy. Like I feel like we're building a little home. And there's even some of the sellers that I was speaking with, or should I say owners, and even they were like, hey man, whenever you review this figure, let me know. I want to see your review. And I'm like, yo, I really appreciate that, bro. And that's the beauty of like when you're not someone. Okay, I think I know why it's doing that weird audio glitch. We'll edit all the audio glitches out, so I'm sorry if you see splices in the video. It's like I'm already in tournament mode and I don't want to stop. I'm like 90% sure that my headset is like dying. So I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm sure it'll survive till the end. But if there's ever an audio glitch, we'll just splice it out. I've been catching it with the pauses, so. But the point that I'm making is now is the time, everyone who has shown me love, everyone who has given me anything in terms of just feedback, commentary, even just a passing comment and a glance and a smile. I really appreciated every single conversation. It's really filled me up. And it's kind of what I wanted to say earlier when I talked about my life. It's like these characters have a special place to me, and sharing it is special to me. Even though some people might call it crazy to get hyper expensive PCs and spend way too much more money than reasonable on freaking toys, like to me, I'm just, wow, Geronimo is actually putting in work. To me, it just feels like it's worth it because what we're sharing. I know that sounds really intimate, but that's how it feels to me. Like, I care about this. I'm not just doing it. Why would someone be posting? If I really wanted to do content for clicks, I would be playing Sparking Zero right now. But no, I still haven't even made that video, which I'm sorry for the people who wanted it. It's coming, I promise. I'll probably do it tonight. Because the way things are looking right now is I'm gonna record. This is, the feedback video. Also, Brothers, Yu Yu Hakusho should have went up. And I'm gonna try to get the feedback video up before the look back. And then I'll post the look back tomorrow that I made. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just develop a pace for myself to avoid burnout and then ensure that you guys are still getting quality content. Because I genuinely felt like that whole trifecta of like Togudo and 4D Killers and then Baki, I was smoked. So like, I'm sorry the viewers who look forward to the music videos. I'm really sorry that today I didn't get one out in the morning. I hope you understand. I just needed some time to hang out with Ivo because I haven't seen him in a little while. So it was, spend some Muscle Brothers time, and it's still good because we got some content out of it. So yeah, I got an A rank because I used my ultimate. Funny as that sounds. Yeah, I'll show off. Oh wait, we didn't unlock another 60. So I didn't really explain this earlier because I was trying to just focus on the community aspect. But in this mode, there's different number of members that you can partake in the tournament, right? And every tournament has a different theme. Some themes are based off like characters. Some themes are based off storylines. Well, yeah, see, like this is Akuma Chojin. And then, yeah, this is 21st Chojin Olympics. See what I'm saying? So we'll do the 21st Chojin Olympics, but I'll mix it up for chat. And I'll do a Robin mask since I'm pretty good with Robin. Hopefully Kinnikuman doesn't lose and we get to fight Kinnikuman. I mean, I'm not against fighting Warsman either. I gotta fight Terryman first. But that's kind of my thoughts. That's my perspective, my love, me trying to connect with you guys. Hold on. Ivo's calling me. But yeah, as I was saying, let me know, please. And I'm asking genuinely. I know sometimes, and I kind of hate this too, I don't want to seem like I'm like begging or subscribe begging. I'm definitely not that kind of guy. I just need y'all to understand, like, I've really put in work and money, time in the channel, and it's not for like, it's not like, I want to cash in on that DBZ hype. Nah, it's because I genuinely love these characters, and you're gonna see it in some of the reviews coming up. I'm actually excited because I think some of my best videos are gonna be reviewing these rarer figures. Wow, you didn't die, Terry, man? That's impressive. At least we're recreating the canon right now. That's why I like the tournament mode. You get to do the canon matchup. It's pretty fun. And sometimes, even though I really know I'm really good at the game and I know how to play, sometimes the computer puts up a decent challenge. It's just certain characters I'm like super nice with. Like Robin, I really know how to play Robin. Good luck, computer. They fight a real person. But back to what I was saying. I put in all that into this channel, and that's not to say I'm like begging, but more so like I need people to show me and tell me like, hey man, like, I like this. You made me feel something, thank you. Because it makes me feel happy. Like, I'm gonna use the Baki review as a good example. The Baki review and the Toguro reviews, low key, both I know are gonna be like dead in the water, like less than 10 views, dead in the water. But the point that I'm making is that when I watch the content, nice, we got the canon matchup. When I watched the content myself, I felt proud. Like, I'm like, wow, we really did Baki justice, man. And he's not even a Kinnikuman character. And I felt like that was my promise in the beginning, was like, when we would look at other IPs, that we would give them the same respect. Respect is a big thing when it comes to these characters. I had a real sore spot for a lot of reviews in which I felt like they didn't have any respect for the character. It really bothered me. It's one thing to not like the figure and criticize it. It's another thing if you don't respect the character. You're not really getting maximum knowledge out of it. That's just a personal opinion. But that's also why I don't collect characters I don't care about, which you guys will see in some of the upcoming videos. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate all the love and support that's been shown. I'm not gonna lie, it's been days where I've got super emotional. I just didn't expect it, you know what I mean? And I just really want to say thank you. And then if you're a new viewer and you happen to come across this video, welcome to this community. You know, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you see something that you like. I hope you see my transparency and you understand my position as a creator and my communication style towards my audience. And you see that you guys are not just clicks to me, that you're people that I want to experience these characters, these stories. And it's already happened a few times. But even one person tells me, like, hey Jman, I saw your video, whether it was a music video, or the figure shorts, or the Muscle Brothers, and I just want to say that you made me read Kinnikuman, or you made me check out Yu Yu Hakusho, or something, you know what I mean? Or I never watched Baki. Oh really? Or I never watched the first season of Baki, I only watched the Netflix Baki. Okay, maybe you should watch season 1. You know? And I just feel like overall, nice, that's appropriate. This is a good video. I just need to know, guys, for real. Because if I don't get any kind of reception or any feedback, I'm gonna be afraid that the direction that I'm trying to maneuver in will lose the audience and lose our subs and just lose the community. And I don't want to hurt our community. Like, I really care. You know what I mean? So I want to build it. I think the characters I've invested in are all solid picks. And I took some advice from, so for those who are still here, because I know someone will be, I took some advice from Ivo, one of the Muscle Brothers, and I did invest into some characters that are not just anime. So we will be getting like some Iron Man characters, some Marvel characters. We're going to be getting some video game characters, and we're also going to be getting, well, I guess we're going to be getting Western and Japanese video game characters. Well, technically both Japanese video game characters, because the Metal Gear franchise is a Japanese franchise, but more so in the sense of like one franchise that Western fans are really gonna love, and then one franchise that is more of a niche one. Because I feel like that's what's been helping the channel, especially with the Kinnikuman reviews. People love my insight on the niche franchises, and I love talking about them clearly. So it's kind of a win-win. Well, not kind of. It literally is a win-win. Ice burst. It literally is a win-win. I get to talk about something I love. You guys get to, you know, enjoy your time spent listening or viewing that, and it's awesome. I was trying to come up with something else there. Nice. Oh, you missed that one. Yo, he's actually putting in work. Oh, here's that though. But that's kind of my thoughts. Give me some feedback, guys. I didn't want to make this video too long. I love these characters, man. And I hope you feel my passion in this channel. I hope you understand my perspective. I hope as a real life human who has put time, money, and energy into this. And ooh, S rank. Hey, great way to end it. Yay! And just really cares. Clearly I care. You hear it in my voice. You hear it in the passion in these videos. Whether it's gaming or music or like, people wouldn't make this content if they didn't have love for this and weren't trying to, not trying to sound weird, but you know, in my life, I've had a tough time expressing myself. And I feel like my greatest way of saying I love you is sharing my passion. And some of my loved ones, some of my friends who have supported me, some of the people who have tapped in, they so far have, they know. These are people that I watched Kamen Rider with. These are people that I played the games with. It feels like an amalgamation of a lot, and I just want you guys to know that I care as a creator. And I'm thankful for the 200 subscribers. Again, we've reached over 200 subs, and we're clearly rapidly growing towards 300. So we'll probably get another emotional gushing video when I hit 300 subs. But I just really appreciate you guys, and I want to thank y'all again. If you listen to the video critically, I appreciate it, and leave some feedback. I don't care how long the comment is, but even if it's a short comment or anything, something, just give me a feedback. Even if it's a like or a dislike. It sounds terrible, but a dislike is feedback too. It could give me a hint like, hey, you did something wrong in this video. But sometimes that's not always the case. Some people just like to troll dislike, but you get my point. Point is, leave some feedback. Let me know. Talk to me, please. Of all the videos, this is the one that I need something out of somebody. And I just want you to know this is my way of saying love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And hey, I locked in with Robin and got the S rank just for you guys after I said how hard it was to get. Thanks, man. See you around. 行くぞみんな